Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and today we're going to be checking out this mystery white box computer. I just brought this home probably about an hour ago. Paid about $15 for it off of Facebook Marketplace from a seller just a few minutes up the road from here. I have no idea what's in here. I have no idea what the specs are. I just have a general idea. But I'm going to guess this is either going to be a Pentium 3 or a Pentium 4. So on the front here we have a DVD-ROM drive, a floppy drive, power button, reset button, a logo for, I guess, whoever manufactured this computer called Soyata. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And down here is a COA for Windows 2000 Professional. Case has a lot of dirt and grime on it. It needs a good cleaning, especially there on the front. We'll turn it around so we can see the I/O. So right here we got a PS2 mouse and keyboard, 2 USB ports, Ethernet, VGA, parallel serial, sound, and game port. And for expansion we have a some kind of video card there, some kind of dedicated graphics, dial-up modem, and a sound card of some sort. I'm hoping it's not what I think it is. I'm hoping it is not a Sound Blaster PCI 128, because those are some of the worst sound cards I have ever used in my life. And that's mainly because of the horrible ad-lib support in DOS. It sounds atrocious, so hopefully we're not dealing with that. Let me grab my screwdriver. And we'll go ahead and take the side panel off so we can finally see what I've gotten myself into once I grab the right bit. I don't think a Torx bit's going to do us much good. There we go. One and that's two. Pretty generic case, nothing really special about it. All right, we shall see together what is in here. Okay, that's really cool. This is, I actually have this exact same motherboard, in a, other system. Actually, I don't have it in a system right now. It's just sitting here. I'm actually trying to sell it, but, this is a, looks to be a Intel 815 based motherboard with a socket 370 of some sorts. Okay, going handheld for this. Get a closer look. Capacitors look okay. But yeah, I am familiar with this motherboard. There's our video card, modem, and sound card. Looks like the no surprise here, looks like the hard drive has been removed. So I'm not sure what it would have originally had as far as that's concerned. And you can see the empty drive cable there. Not sure how much memory that is. Oh, it's 256 megs of PC100. A little bit of dust on the CPU fan there. can't get a reading on what the power supply brand is. For some reason they have the CD audio cable plugged into the motherboard when it would probably work better if they put it in the sound card there. So let's find out what these expansion cards are. Okay, I'm probably not going to bother pulling the modem out of there just yet. I don't really care about what it is. Okay, let's see what we got for a sound card. Okay, this better than I thought. This is a looks to be some kind of Sound Blaster Live CT4830. So this might be a fairly okay sound card. I'd trust it. Maybe. And let's see what our AGP video card is. Let me unplug the CD audio. Okay, nothing really special, but it's a ATI Rage 128. So yeah, probably not the most exciting computer I've ever seen. Pretty generic parts in here for the era. Go ahead and put this stuff back in here. Wish we had an OS to boot to on here. Okay. There's the video card back in, and this time I will... Well, that's a bit odd. There's a bunch of front panel headers that are disconnected, those being the power LED, the reset switch, and the speaker. It's like all that's connected is the power switch itself. Huh. I don't know what's going on there. Back in there. See, one big disappointing thing about this motherboard is there's no ISA slots on it, so you're pretty much stuck with PCI-based sound cards. So let's find a place to hook it up and see if it'll power on even. Okay, I got it hooked up to my KVM switch over here. I've got it in place of the recent Socket 7 build we did. Got everything hooked up except for power, because you never know when these things will just magically turn on by themselves off camera. And who knows, we may get some fireworks as well out of the power supply. We'll wait and see. Now, where did that power cord go? Here it is. I am not good at cable management. That is not one of my strong suits. Alright. Plugging power in. Yep, just as I thought, it turned on automatically. Ignore the Socket 7 label there. Okay, so it does post. Okay, looks like it's a 800 megahertz Pentium 3. CMOS battery low. That's really no surprise. Alright, we'll do F1 setup. 256 megs of RAM. PC 133 actually. Okay. I'm not sure there'll be much to really see in here. One thing I want to test is if the DVD drive will open. Opens just fine. Might be able to use that in another system. I don't know yet. Okay, what date is it giving us? January 1st, 1990. That's typical. Yeah, a bunch of CMOS battery errors in the event log. This would probably make for a really nice Windows 98 system. I'm sure of that. Let me see if I can find a copy of Hiram's Boot CD. Maybe we can boot into something on here, because I'm just not in the mood tonight to fool with putting a hard drive in here. This will also tell us that the DVD drive is working. Here's the video BIOS, it looks like. Seem to have frozen. Okay, it reset. Okay, it's doing a long memory test. Yeah, this is... oh, it's just the CMOS battery. It's just so interesting because I have this exact same motherboard. System halted. Okay, maybe I should check that boot order. See if the optical drive is set to boot first. I'd be kind of disappointed if this drive doesn't work, because finding good working beige IDE optical drives these days is very hard. And the more the merrier. I did not tell it to continue. I wanted it to go into BIOS. I was secretly hoping there'd be a Voodoo 5500 in here, but it was definitely some wishful thinking there. Fans could use a little bit of a cleaning, it sounds like. Come on. It's not let me hit F1. It's been quite a journey last 30 minutes or so, whenever the last clip was recorded. Could not get into the BIOS at all. It kept, I just couldn't get the keyboard to work for some reason. And then I discovered the delete key somehow got me in there. But then, after I had replaced the CMOS battery right here, it was wanting a BIOS password, which obviously I don't have. It must have been some kind of generic garbage password that Intel had, but I found a jumper down there to help me reset the password, so everything's good on that front. Also, turn the light on here. Hooked up the front panel headers. The power LED connector right here, I actually had to move one of the wires into another hole right there because they were too far apart and it just wasn't compatible with this motherboard. So I bet this light has never even been used. Would not be surprised. But it seems to be working now, so let's... oh, and also the floppy drive cable was unplugged from the motherboard. I took care of that. So let's see if the CD drive and floppy drive work. Ugh. Still not wanting to boot from that CD drive. Got Hirons in there, so there was no reason for it not to. I thought I had the boot order set right. Okay, let's check this. Okay, not there. Boot device priority. Okay, we'll just... I don't know why the BIOS is so slow. It's very unusual. Okay, I guess we'll just leave it right there. There we go. Irons boot CD. Let's see if we can get into Mini Windows XP. I don't know if this has enough RAM for that. But it seems the DVD drive is working perfectly. So that is definitely good. That's definitely worth the 15 bucks. Like I said, I can never have too many of these. Especially with the failure rate these have nowadays. Okay, we got the XP splash screen. That's a good sign. Well, it was until it froze. There we go. Again, I can be a little impatient with this stuff. I gotta let it run its course. This usually doesn't have any drivers for any of this hardware. I'm not expecting any of that to work, like the sound card and video card. The system is low on virtual memory. Doesn't surprise me. Let's see if we can get some system properties. This is probably going to be a little bit slow with the lack of memory available to this. What are you going to do, though? This is really the most viable way to boot into this computer right now. But if we go to my computer, we might be able to test our floppy drive. So I might be able to take this out and put it in my Socket 7 system since it's so badly yellowed, assuming this one works. We'll just test it with this random disk, MS-DOS starter pack from Phil's Computer Lab. Has a nice click to it when you put it in, that's a good sign. Alright, looks like it works. So both the DVD drive and the floppy drive on this system are fully functional, no trouble whatsoever. Only issue was just that very annoying BIOS. I don't know what the deal was with that. Oh, we do have games on here, 5 in a row. What's that? I don't know why I was trying to read from the drive. Was this kind of like tic-tac-toe, I guess? Who made this game? Huh. That was from 1993. That's pretty cool. So anyway, there's not much else to show. What am I going to do with this computer? I have no idea. I might take the floppy drive out of this system and use it in my Socket 7 system, since it's in better shape cosmetically. As for the rest of this computer, you know, I've already got a motherboard just like it and a system very similar to it. I don't really need another one like this, so I might maybe clean this up and fix it up and maybe sell it for a little bit of profit. Don't worry, I'm not one of those vintage computer price gougers. I try to price my stuff as reasonably as I can. So if I do decide to list this on eBay, I will let you guys know. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and X. You may also support me on Patreon if you'd like. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off.